Hi everyone! Today, as you can see from the thumbnail, I'm here with another A Box of Stories unboxing. Let's get started. I don't get too many new books this year at all, so I think so far this year I only bought like 7, and I'm filming this on the 20th of April, which is I think quite good, so I'm super excited to see what it is. Again, I'm subscribed to fantasy and sci-fi books, so let's see what happens. And I am subscribed only to get it once in 4 months, so it's always nice surprise when it comes in. So okay, whoa, as usual they send you the little card that's very springy, I guess. Not my style, but whatever. Okay, so to me, I could be wrong, but that looks like fantasy romance. Hopefully not. Not that I've got anything against it, but just judging from the cover, it looks like one of those paranormal romance type of thing. But it is Wolf's Mate by Celia Kyle, and it's a Shifter Rogues novel. It's got a wolf on the cover and a man, obviously. Okay, never ever heard of this book before, so let's read what it's about. Getting shot at is not an enjoyable experience, neither is being captured, but being saved by a sexy wolf shifter. I think I was right about the fantasy romance. Cougar shifter Holly Carter has always wanted a safe, boring existence. It's why she'd become an accountant. No excitement, no danger, and no over-the-top alpha males. Unfortunately, now she's got flying bullets, a dead guy, and millions of dollars funneled into a shady anti-shifters organization. Agent Declan Reed has promised to keep her out of danger, but the sexy wolf shifter may be more trouble than she bargained for. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. I've not read a lot of fantasy romance, and I think I know it's a really popular genre, but I can't remember a single one that I've read that would be considered fantasy romance. I think the only one that I can think of would be A Court of Thorns and Roses and IDNF, the second one in the series. So I don't know what to expect of this one. Of course I'm going to give it a go because A Box of Stories is supposed to be really good books and whatnot. When was this published, just out of curiosity? 2017. Okay, no idea what to think about it. I'm going to give it a go whenever I'm in the mood for a little bit of a, I guess, urban fantasy. Is it just normal fantasy? I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Also, these reactions are genuine because I haven't opened the box until I started filming this video. That's why I'm doing it after work. So you're getting the genuine reaction. But yeah, it's not a big book, it's just over 300 pages, 322 pages, so if anything, yeah. Next one looks a bit interesting, never seen it before either, but this one is Birds of Paradise by Oliver K. Langmead. It looks kind of intriguing. It does remind me of like Raven Boy's cover, but it's blurred by Joanne Harris, which is not a fantasy author. So I'm so confused, but yeah, there's something intriguing about this cover. I've no idea what the book is about, so shall we read what the book is about? Yeah. What if you were made before death? Adam, the first man, still walks the earth. Exhausted by the endless destruction, he is a shadow of his former self. And he's not the only one. The first animals are scattered across the world, hiding in plain sight from mankind. But now pieces of the garden are turning up on Earth, and Adam is determined to save the pieces of his long-lost home. With the help of Eden's undying exiles, he must stop Eden becoming the plaything of mankind. Gathering the scattered pieces of paradise across America and the British Isles, with Magpie, Owl, and other animals, Adam must risk it all to rescue his friends and his home, because rebuilding the garden might be the key to rebuilding his life. Okay, so I guess it's obviously like a retelling of the Bible, the story, the religious story. Sorry, I don't know too much about religion, but obviously Adam and Eve. I'm guessing that's sort of retelling. So I am intrigued. I am in no way a religious person. but that does actually sound rather interesting. I'm just intrigued what the author is going to make of it and how the story could go, and genuinely I'm actually intrigued because it's nothing that I've ever come across. It sounds really original to me, so I'm really intrigued. When was this published? This was published, where's first published? 2021. So it's not really that far away that it was published. I'm genuinely intrigued. I think this definitely sounds intriguing. Doesn't sound too much like a fantasy book. I guess it doesn't sound like a real world type of thing either. Intrigued, for sure. Next one is a hardcover. I don't even know, I haven't even seen the cover. So it is The Town by Sean Prescott. If I were to guess from the cover, it looks like a horror novel to me. It shouldn't be a horror novel because it's a sci-fi and fantasy box, but it does look like horror to me. I, again, have never seen this book before. It's sort of like, you can touch the little circle. Anyway, shall we read what this one is about? Never heard of the author, don't know what the name is, but funnily enough, one of my Sims that I play has got a surname like this. Just a bit of a side story there. I love playing Sims. Anyway, the people in the town lived as if they would never die, but they were not heroic or foolish like in books and songs. They were only there. This is Australia, an unnamed dead-end town in the heart of the outback. A young writer arrives in New South Wales to research local settlements that are slowly vanishing into oblivion, but he didn't expect these ghost towns to literally disappear before his eyes. When an epidemic of mysterious holes begins to threaten the town's existence, he's plunged into an abyss of weirdness from which he may never recover. Dark, slippery and unsettling, Sean Prescott's debut novel achieves many things. It resurrects the existentialist novel, excavates a nation's buried history of colonial genocide, and tells a love story that asks if outsiders can ever truly belong. Through a glass darkly, the town examines the shadowy underbelly of Australian identity, and the result is a disquieting novel that vibrates with an occult power. So I think I sort of was right. It does sound a little bit like sci-fi on the verge of horror type of thing because of the themes of the book. So I kind of was right. That makes me feel good about myself. When was this published? This was published first in 2018, and I must admit I haven't read many books that are set in Australia, so I'm intrigued. And then the last book is also upside down, so I don't know what the cover is, so I'm gonna see it at the same time as you guys, and that is String City by Graham Edwards, an interdimensional thriller. I'm guessing that's going to be some sort of maybe historical sci-fi, or like a few sort of timeline type of thing from the cover. I'm intrigued by the cover, to be honest, but I would definitely guess that it is a sci-fi with different timelines. Let's see if I'm right, actually. I kind of like this game, guessing what the book is about by their covers, because I've never seen the books before. So I'm enjoying this. Maybe I should do that every time I do a Box of Stories unboxing without looking at the cover, just guessing what it might be about. And I have been right so far, I think. Anyway, the universe is made of string. When the knots tighten, the cosmos quakes. It's a tough job being a gumshoe in an interdimensional city full of gods, living concepts and weirder things. Good thing I'm a string walker, able to jump between realities. It started when I was hired to investigate an explosion at a casino. A simple heist I thought, but it turned into a race to stop the apocalypse. So I rolled the dice, and now I'm up against the ancient Greek titans and an interdimensional spider god and a mysterious creature known as the Fool. I'm going to need more than just luck to solve this one. If I fail, all things in all realities could be destroyed. Just Another Day in String City. Okay, I don't know what to think about this one. It definitely sounds intriguing. It sounds like a mixture of everything. It seems to be a bit of obviously Greek mythology, a bit of sci-fi, a bit of fantasy, a bit of everything. I'm actually intrigued by this one just because it's got a mixture of all sorts, and it also sounds kind of funny. So I think I'm quite pleased with this box so far. It's got different books, different vibes, it's just different, you know. And this one was published in 2019. Again, never heard of this one before. I just seen the word zombies in here. Okay, no idea, but I'm pleased with this one. Just to recap, this time I had 3 paperbacks and 1 hardback. Normally I think it's 2 hardbacks and 1 paperback, but I'm not really fussed about it anyway. I'm actually super intrigued, and normally I'd be like, I'm interested in this one, I'm interested in this one. In this case, I'm actually interested in 3 books. This one not so much, to be honest, but it could surprise me for all I know. And again, fantasy romance is not the genre I've explored too much, so I might enjoy it for all I know. But these 3 definitely sound intriguing. I think I'm more intrigued by this one because it sounds, I don't know, darker and more interesting, with the holes that seem to be like dissolving the towns and whatnot. Then I'm really intrigued by this one because of that bizarre mixture of all sorts of things. This one also sounds really good just because I've never ever heard of anything like it before. So I'm definitely pleased with this box, and yeah, I'm actually quite excited to read these books. It's also quite a white sort of theme going on here. If I change that, we've got 3 white books and 1 slightly darker one. But honestly, I'm super pleased with this box. I think it's the best box that I've had for a while. I haven't read too many books from my Box of Stories, but I'm intrigued now more than ever. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you've seen these books before, if you've read them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.